Hey everyone, it's Sarah and I am back to film a plan with me. This is going to be for like the last week of January into the first week of February. And I'm going to be using this mystery kit from the Paperly Boutique. It was very winter themed and I thought it'd be very perfect for this week because unfortunately today is Sunday. There's like a blizzard coming in from Sunday night into Monday. And so it's going to be very cold, and then it's going to drop, I think Wednesday it's like -50 with the wind, and so I'm going to be cold this week. Let's just be real. So I thought this one would just be kind of fun to use, especially because it is very wintry, and I think it'll be fun. So I'm going to get started by putting down everything, you know, kind of the basis of the kit: washi, date covers, sidebar, flags, off camera, and then I will come back and we will plan out the week. Fair warning though, there's not a ton of plans on my agenda this week, also partially because of the snow. You know, like if the roads are still kind of gross on Tuesday, I probably won't go run a bunch of errands. You know, I might save them for Wednesday, or you know, things like that. So some of this week is just kind of playing by ear, and there's just not a ton of plans, so fair warning on that. Anyways, but I will get started by putting down the basis of the kit, and then we'll get through the plans that I do have. Alright, here we are so far. I ended up pulling in this Let It Snow silver foiled overlay from Sticker Guru, just because I didn't have a quote box in the kit. And then I pulled in a couple of reading stickers. I've been liking tracking what book I'm reading each week, especially because my goal for 2019 is to read more books. And there's actually, right now I have like 2 hours left in one of my audiobooks, and then I'll also pull out a book, so I figured I'd just use 2 half boxes and I can mark them both that way. This girl sticker is from Lily Henry, and I don't think she's open anymore. And then the open book is from Planneresque, and I do have a coupon code down below for her shop. So we will move into this week's plans. So first things first, I have, let's see, I'm probably going to start off the day with a bath, just because tomorrow is, you know, like I said, it's supposed to be really snowy. I'm probably not going to go to the gym. I'm probably just going to relax and, you know, have a nice morning. So I'm going to pull in this bathtub sticker. This is also from the Paperly Boutique. It's one of her doodle stickers. I'm trying to decide if I want to just stick it in or if I want to like layer it on some washi. Maybe I'll just do this light gray washi just to kind of add a little something else behind it. Okay, so there is a bathtub. And then while I take a bath, I'll probably do some reading as well. And so I'm going to pull out this book sticker from Prickled Pear Studio, which is now the Littlest Planner. And let's grab maybe this appointment label, just to mark down that I want to do some reading and relax. Just kind of have a nice lazy morning before I go to work. And, you know, not have to go outside into the cold. Okay, so I'll put that in there. And then I need to, I'll probably put a full box next. And then, let's see, maybe I'll do, I kind of want to do this one, except for the fact that I just used that appointment label that is that color. So maybe let me break it up and put one more thing in between, and then I can still use that snowflake full box, because I don't think it's supposed to snow the rest of the week, or, you know, this is like the big day of the snow. So other thing I want to mark is that I want to get my rent check, you know, kind of filled out, stuck in the envelope, and ready to mail. It probably won't actually mail out until Tuesday, but just kind of prepping it, being ready to go with that. So let's grab maybe a quarter box. And then they always have this cute envelope sticker in the kit. That'll be perfect. And then let me actually put this full box down. Alright, there we go. Then in the afternoon or later in the day, I want to do some trip planning for our Disney trip and do some laundry, and then I have to work. So let me put work at the very bottom just because I know like that's gonna be the last thing that I want to mark down for the day. And for work this week, I pulled out, I already like stuck them all down because I was trying to figure out what colors I wanted to use. These are from Tiny Little Tulip. I love these. There's just a ton of color selection. And then I had some Paperly Boutique script stickers, and these ones are an older sheet. She has newer, updated ones in the shop. So for work, I think let's pull in this kind of dark one. And we'll put that at the very bottom. And then above that, let's put my trip planning. I'm going to pull in this Elsa sticker. This is an old one from an old sampler from JLynnPaperCo. And I think we're just going to stick her in the space just to mark down that I want to do some trip planning. And then, let's see, I need to mark down doing laundry. And let's see, I want to do laundry day. Maybe I'll do like a glitter header to back it up. Or maybe I'll just white it out. Because I don't think the glitter header is going to space the way I want it to. And I think it might go up into the box a little bit, which is fine. Okay, so laundry day, trip planning, and then work. So that is Monday all filled out. Tuesday, I don't really know what I'm going to do during the daytime. It's just kind of up in the air because I don't really know what the roads are going to be. I mean, the roads are probably going to be fine, but I don't know. It's going to be cold. I don't know what if I'm going to really feel like going and running errands. So we're just going to put a full wax up at the top. And then I don't really have anything to mark during the daytime. And then for work, I want to mark down work, obviously. And then I also need to remember to turn in my overtime. Since I'm a salaried employee, I have to like keep track of any extra hours I work and then turn it in at the end of the pay period. Otherwise, I don't, no one knows that I worked extra hours, if that makes sense. And so I have been working a ton of extra hours. That's why I didn't have a plan with me for last week. Granted, I'm behind on editing and all that jazz, but it's just been really busy. And so I have been working a lot of overtime and don't want to forget to turn that in because otherwise you don't get you don't reap the rewards of being working late and stuff. So I need to turn that in when I'm done with work, just in case I work any extra hours on Tuesday. And then let's see, let's maybe do a gray. Let's do this, trying to do that snowflake one. I think I have another gray over here. Let's maybe do this one. Okay, so there's that, and then like I said, the rest of Tuesday is just gonna be open. I might run and get groceries. I might go to the gym. I might do nothing. Who knows? I'll probably do some reading. So all potential things to fill in the space. Then moving on to Wednesday. Wednesday, I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to work or not. It's normally my day off, but my other pharmacist I think has a funeral that day, or at least they were talking about having the funeral that day. And so I'll find out tomorrow whether or not I have to work on Wednesday. And then I'm not sure if it's gonna, like if I work Wednesday morning, then if I'm gonna have to work a full 12 hours on Thursday. So it's all kind of up in the air. But I'm just going to leave some space free in the morning and probably not plan a ton of things for Wednesday just in case. I will mark down that I have my class on Wednesday night because regardless, I'm going to have that because if they do have the funeral, it's going to be in the morning. So let's maybe do the fireplace on Wednesday. Just because after I teach, it's going to be quiet, relaxing, whatnot. My kids have still been very just overwhelming, and it was funny because the one day I asked and I said, you know, well, you guys listen to your teachers at school, why don't you listen to me? And they're like, it's just church school, like, no big deal, we don't have to listen to you. I'm like, oh no. So at least it's not that they just don't like me. I mean, that's kind of a good thing, right? But regardless, it's, you know, counting down the classes until I'm done with Sunday school, just because it adds more stress into my life than I expected. But part of me is trying just not to care that much, as bad as that sounds, but just being like, whatever, if class doesn't go the way I want, it is okay. So then I'm just going to use those glasses stickers to mark down class, and then, like I said, I don't really know what else I'll do on Wednesday. One thing that I need to do, probably on Wednesday, let me just mark it in, is that I need to put away my Christmas stuff. If it's icy, I probably won't carry it out into my garage, but I at least need to get it, like, out of my living room. Granted, if I work this day, I probably won't get it done, but we'll just tentatively mark it in because why not be a little optimistic. So I'm gonna just throw this in to mark down that, and then let me go grab, I have a sheet of boxes from the Paperly Boutique, and I'm sure there's probably a color that would match them. Okay, so here's just the multicolored sheet, and I think I'm going to use this like dark blue, and then just mark, like, getting my Christmas ornaments all packed up and out of my living room. I had my tree gone, so that's at least a start, right? So, and then we'll just leave the rest of the day free for whatever. So then moving on to Thursday. Thursday, I want to mark down that it's payday, and let's throw our payday, and then do we want to do a piece of washi? Maybe we'll do this plaid washi. So there's that, and then I'm gonna work this day, and like I said, I'm not really sure if it's gonna be my full 12-hour day or kind of what, but at this point I'm just gonna mark it down and we'll figure it out later. So, and plus I didn't write any of my work times on here, so it still remains flexible. And let's grab another full box just for the middle of the day. I think I want, because there's gonna be 2 full boxes that I don't use, I'm probably gonna negate one of the sweater patterns and then probably maybe this one. So let's maybe do the diamonds. Like, it's hard because there's so many beautiful full boxes, but I just don't need all 10, because that would be a little overwhelming to use them all. But there we'll just leave that at Thursday. Then moving on to Friday. Friday I have 2 bill dues, and so I was going to pull in these from Polished Patterns. It was from a giveaway I won, and since the Paperly Boutique doesn't have, really, I know she's doing some reformats, but I'm like, she, at least at this point in time with the kits, doesn't have a bill due sticker in their kit. I'll just put this in, and even though I have 2 bills dues, I have the gym and I have rent, I'll just mark them on the same one. I never write in the amount, so I'll just write rent on one line and then gym on the other. Gym pays automatically, and so it's really just gonna get checked off once I pay the rent. And then I'm gonna plan on going to the gym this morning just because I have been really bad about going to the gym lately. So I think I'm gonna do maybe this brighter blue, and let's use maybe a half box or maybe an appointment label to mark that in. We'll do gray. And then I might go to the gym other times this week, but we'll just kind of see how my work schedule shakes out and how the, weather is. Because I usually tend to go first thing in the morning when I go, like 6:37-ish. And so, we'll just kind of see. Because if it's kind of icy and cold and gross, and then I probably won't actually feel like getting in my car and going over there. So there's that, and then I need to do my lesson planning for my class, just because they have this new rule that if you need to give it to them on Friday, because then if they need extra time to do stuff, I don't know. So I will get it to them Friday because I really have been enjoying them printing all my stuff for me and whatnot. So let's see, what am I gonna do for work stickers? So maybe I'll do this dark one. But I think it's hard to figure out like crafts and lesson plans, especially because I feel like the book that I have for this class is not the best. It's like, I don't know, it's very repetitive and very like basic, and then the activities that they have are kind of dumb, to be perfectly frank. And so I end up having to do a lot of like extra research. And one thing too, when I taught Sunday school before, I had a like a tote full of old crafts and ideas for class, and I do not have this with this Sunday school or church class, and so it just makes it harder to kind of plan out lessons and whatnot, because I'm really just going from scratch, and like I said, the book isn't a ton of help. So at least for me going forward for like next year, or at least helping out the teacher that will be there next year, because it's probably not going to be me, hopefully it's not me, is trying to record all of the lessons that or activities and whatnot that I have, and try to keep a folder of them, so at least crafts and whatnot that were successful, then they have it and it's easy to plan it out for the future. So we'll put down this work sticker, and then that is going to be Friday for right now. Saturday and Sunday, I really don't know what I'm going to be doing, just kind of the theme of this week. I'm going to be working, but other than that, I'm not really sure. If maybe I'll have a date night one of the days, because I work, but then my boyfriend's off, and then we live a little ways away from each other. We live about 2 hours away, and so who knows, maybe having dinner one of these nights might be in the works, or maybe doing it on Monday, but there is that. And then let's see, full box and work stickers. So I want to use the little boots, I think they're really adorable. And then we'll use the trees down here. And then we'll grab this guy for Saturday. And then it also depends, like I ended up working a lot of overtime last time I worked the weekend, and so seeing how things shake up, because it's easier to work overtime when you get off early. Like if I work until 9, I have like an hour tops that I could work extra before the store closes, but when I get off at like 5 or 6, it's easier to put in a couple extra hours because one, you're not like exhausted at the very end of the day, and two, you know, there's more hours to do it with. So we'll just kind of leave that open because there's always a chance that I could be doing some overtime. Part of the reason why I'm working late, I don't know if I saw that, is that another pharmacy in town is shutting down, and I think their last day was like this last Friday. So hopefully things will have like kind of evened out by the time we get to this week, but I'm just being prepared because yeah, it was very busy last week. So okay. And then the only other thing that I have down is just planning on Sunday. So yeah, kind of like I said, sparse plans. I really don't know where this week is ending up. So that's why it's helpful to come back at the end of the week and kind of show you how it all shakes out, because right now it looks a little bit barren. But I hope you enjoyed it regardless, and I will just see you in a second to show you the end of the week. Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and here is how my week turned out. It was very cold, so this was very appropriate kit-wise, but hopefully it stops being so cold and gross outside, because I definitely didn't do a ton, you know, between work and the weather. It just made me want to stay inside and be lazy, and you know, it's nice, but it'd be nice to get some stuff done as well. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and I will just see you in my next video. Bye now.